car guy wants to have a quiet, boring car. And you can make your car louder by having squeaky brakes, rod knock, but the most superior way to make your car louder is by installing an exhaust. And today we're gonna be installing this. Wait, where is it? We're gonna be installing this Invidia Q300 on the 8.6 today. I should really get one of these quick jacks, man. It's kind of over. I'm driving all 2x4, jacking all the corners or each end instead of just doing it once, you know? Now, if you've never installed an exhaust before, it's honestly pretty simple. I really do believe that anyone can do it. All you need is some patience and simple tools like a jack stands, wrench. This is not a wrench. This is a wrench, a ratchet, and a couple sockets, and you should be good to go. But to make today's job a bit easier, what we're gonna do is use some WD-40 to knock the nuts loose. And also this is an exhaust hanger removal tool. And I got this on eBay for a couple bucks, and I really do believe that this is worth the investment. I'll link this down below. But you ultimately don't need this, but it'll for sure make the job easier. So let's go ahead and remove the old system. The first step to removing your exhaust is spraying WD-40 on the hangers and nuts. Let it sit for a couple minutes, and this will make removing the exhaust a whole lot easier. There are many benefits to having an aftermarket exhaust system. My primary focus was to have more connection with the car and possibly increase performance. If you're looking for maximum gains, having a non-restrictive exhaust with the right diameter is important. This helps with scavenging, which helps evacuate exhaust gases faster. This is where the exhaust hanger tool is gonna come in really handy. Imagine doing this with a freaking crowbar. Take a minute, but wouldn't be too bad. Stay. There we go. It's out. Okay. Yeah, come on. Oh, and she's out. Oh my goodness, you guys.
This is not fun. Oh, and my freaking dolly thing is stuck too on a little crack. Oh.
Invidia, a world leader in the field of high-performance automotive exhaust systems. 5 stars. Let's do a side-by-side comparison of the stock exhaust and the Invidia exhaust. So if you're unfamiliar with exhausts at all, up front we're gonna have the resonators, and this actually removes the high-pitched noises from the system. As you could tell, this is a third of the size of this, and that's all right because we want the car to be more loud. Moving on to the back, we could see that this is one solid piece right here, and this is separated with some flanges. And moving on to the muffler, the stock muffler is obviously going to be bigger than this one just because, you know, it has to be quiet, but this is actually what muffles the sound, so hence the name muffler. And what comes in the exhaust system is you have your gasket for this portion right here, and then you have your clamp to go right there, and you get a cool little sticker which is nice and shiny, just like this new exhaust. Moving on to the welds look pretty solid in my opinion. I don't know anything about welding, but they look really good to me. And right here we have some good flanges for a good mating surface, so this shouldn't be something to worry about. But overall, if you're trying to get the loud exhaust, the lightest exhaust, this Q300 is not the one to get, because as you can see, it's almost pretty much the same size, and from carrying both of them, I can't really tell the difference in weight. But yeah, this is my daily driver right here, so I don't want anything too crazy, too droney, hence why I went with this Q300. It's a shame that something so beautiful, so shiny is gonna be put away underneath the car for no one to see. But ultimately, we're here for the sound, so let's go ahead and get this thing installed. So first things first, I'm gonna put this flange here. That way, when I'm underneath the car, get it installed pretty easily. First order of business was to install this right here, because if I connected it, like I showed you guys previously, I wouldn't have been able to, twist it in the way I did. So now we've got this installed, let's install the front portion of this. When installing your brand new exhaust, make sure you just hand tighten the nuts at first. That way you can make any small adjustments once the whole system is installed. If you tighten everything right away, you might not be able to make the necessary adjustments. Get this side in first. This is all the way. There we go. Whew. So it looks like everything is in the correct place, but there's still a little gap right here. I don't think that should be too big of an issue because this goes over it and covers it completely. But I think for my own sanity, I'm just gonna try and readjust this until this gap is as closed as possible. So I was able to close this gap right here that I was talking about earlier because this wasn't going all the way down. All I had to do was twist this and kind of move this at the same time to shimmy it on in there. But this is a prime example of why you don't tighten everything down right away. But now that this gap is closed, I'll put this on later. We can tighten down everything from the front to the back. Let's go. That should be good. Now time to get off all the oils on here. Just have some rag with a little bit of degreaser sprayed on it. And if you start your car with all this oil on there, you're gonna see some smoke and you're gonna get scared. How do I know? Because I've been there before. I installed my exhaust on my C6 and I was like, why is there freaking smoke coming out? And it's just all the oils from the WD-40. Oils on my hands, so let's just clean this up a bit. It should be good. So I just noticed something. Look at the pipe inside. This is the left side, keep that in mind. Let's move over to the right side. And you can see there's a little tiny bendy boy in there. And I'm not sure what happened, but honestly, I can't complain too much. This is a $700 catback exhaust, so that's a pretty good deal to me, and I'm pretty sure this doesn't affect, performance or the flow or anything, So now it's time to check if we have any exhaust leaks. Oh my gosh, dude. finally have an exhaust on this car, and I like it. Has a nice tone so far just from the start, and I don't hear any exhaust leaks, so I think we should be good to go. far, Invidia has really done a good job with this exhaust. I'm freaking in love with it. Oh man! Oh jeez. Alright, let's do one more pull because why the frick not? God, I can't get over it. I cannot get over it. All right, there's a couple. There's very, very minute pops when downshifting, I guess. If I had to complain about one thing, it would be there's barely any audible pops, but I can't really complain because I wanted, you know, a really, not really quiet, but I wanted a grown-up exhaust. Like this exhaust is if I grew up basically, and this is perfectly fine for my daily driver. I don't need it to be any louder than this because anything louder than that is just gonna get me into trouble. Let's just say that. If you're looking for a catback exhaust that won't break the bank, the Invidia Q300 is perfect for you. I love this exhaust for a daily driver because it won't annoy your neighbors and passengers, and there's absolutely zero drone at all. For the most part, the exhaust is pretty tame, but if you really want to hear it scream, you'd have to go above 4,000 RPM. The perfect way to describe this exhaust is like if Toyota or Subaru put a sport button to open up the exhaust. Thanks for watching.